All right, we are recording. All right, good evening. I just want to welcome everybody to Carmen's Zoom conference, and thank you for either being live on her conference or for listening back to it. If you've seen Carmen and you've been on her Facebook, you know she's made some incredible changes, and it's really fun to be a part of it. And I know people have been wondering, what in the world is Carmen doing? So this is kind of a forum to open up what she's doing, let you guys know what's happening with her and her health, and her spreading the health. But first, I just want to introduce myself. My name is Whitney. I am a certified health coach with Take Shape for Life. And I just kind of want to tell you my story before we get too far into it. So I literally have tried everything out there. And I also felt like I was a pretty healthy person. I run half marathons. I like to exercise. But I could never get past a certain number on the scale, no matter what I did. I just was finally resigned to the fact that, well, I'm just the bigger person. That's who I am. Just kind of deal with it. But I wasn't comfortable in my own skin, to the point that I even found myself pulling away from my husband. I would avoid family activities, and I just thought, this is not okay. Just because I am not comfortable in my skin doesn't mean that my loved ones have to suffer too. So I found this program, and it was one of my husband's cousins who posted pictures, and I thought, okay, I know this girl. I know she likes to eat. So if she can do it, I can do it. So I called her and made amazing changes. I found out that I was not as healthy as I thought I was. I didn't eat as healthy as I thought I was. And I just had a lot of habits that were hurting me. Since then, I've lost 30 pounds. My family is so much more healthy, from my husband down to my kids. I have energy that I didn't have before. And it is just so much fun to know that, I'm going to be kicking this healthy lifestyle into my 80s and 90s. And it really excites me. So I want you guys to kind of think about your health goals. What are your health goals, and what would you like to see happen health-wise in your life? Just kind of think about that. If you had a magic wand and you could wave it over the scale and you could choose to be the weight that you wanted for the rest of your life, what would that weight be? Just kind of think about that. All right, so now think of where you are now. Where were you at the last time you checked your scale? Okay, so take where you're at now, minus it from what you want to be, and have that number. Okay, so say the number is 40 pounds. So on the program, the average that we see is about 10 pounds a month. So just to give you an idea, so if we count back, if your goal is 40 pounds, so April, May, June, July, so 4 months from now, July, you can be at that healthy goal weight of 40, if say 40 pounds is your number. What excites you most about that? Is it running around the beach with family? Is it being comfortable in your skin? Is it being able to walk across the room without getting winded? What excites you most about being at that healthy goal weight that you want to be at? Like, July is coming, one way or another, July is coming. And you can be that healthier person in July, or whatever month your countdown is. You can definitely make those happen, and think of, what excites you most, and what means the most to you about that. So the program that we coach for is Take Shape for Life. We use the habits of health, and really the program is a 3-legged stool, and each of the parts help to support each other. And Carmen's going to talk about the first couple legs, which is support and the habits of health. So I'll turn it over to you, Carmen.
Great, thanks, Whit. And just before I get started, just to give you a little bit about my story, I have been someone who struggled with weight all of my life. I've never been comfortable in my skin, even when I was a young kid. And then in my 20s, I ended up getting chronic fatigue syndrome, which then just exacerbated the whole situation. I had no energy, I had no metabolism, so I gained a serious amount of weight. And over the years, I have yo-yoed. If there was a diet, I was on it. Some were successful, but I usually ended up gaining the weight back. Whitney is someone that I have always thought was the epitome of health. If I could paint a healthy picture, Whitney was that person. She's a nurse, she's active, she runs. I always, in my mind, she always ate well and never thought she had a weight problem. Never would have said she had a weight problem, and still didn't have a weight problem. But I saw her, I hadn't seen her for a few months, and then I saw her this summer, and I couldn't get over how different she looked. She looked happy, she was full of energy, her skin was glowing, and she just looked really healthy. So in learning what Whitney did, she shared this amazing program with me, and today marks my 12-week mark, and I'm down 36 pounds. I have more energy than I've ever had in my life. And so for someone with chronic fatigue syndrome, energy is not a word that I understood or had. So it's really been life-changing. The weight's been, really exciting, and I still have more to go. But what I find really exciting about this program is I now have the tools to make it happen, and not just to get to my goal weight, but to make it a lifelong program. It's changing my family's life. Rich started the program 2 weeks ago. As you guys know, I don't like my picture taken. So the fact that I'm doing a video call about this just shows how excited I am about this program and that I want to share it with everybody. So I am becoming a health coach. I'm on my way to certification, and I just love sharing this program and can't wait to get it out to everybody. So as Whitney mentioned, there are three kind of prongs or three legs to the program that we coach. And the first one is the program that we coach is called Take Shape for Life. And we use the Habits of Health program. Do you know people who've lost weight and gained it back? You know me, so you definitely have if you didn't before. And our program helps to ensure that you stay on the path for life. It's not just until you lose your weight. What we all want is lifelong health. And, it's something we all try to achieve. We use a book that's called Dr. A's Habits of Health, and it's accompanying workbook. And the data is conclusive that people who lose weight on a diet will eventually gain it back. Hi, my name's Carmen. People who have support along the way with a structure to change their behavior will see much greater success. And then the second part of the program is the support. And first it starts with us partnering together. So support's a key factor to the weight loss and the maintenance phases. What it looks like to have a health coach is that I would help you get going on an eating plan. And then we would touch base every day for the first few days to the first week. And then after that, we would talk like once a week to discuss the healthy habit of the week and how the program is going for you. And then the third component, I'll let Whitney explain. Go ahead, Whit.
Cool. Thank you, Carmen. So the third part of the program is an eating plan that helps balance your blood sugar. I'm sure you've heard that eating 6 small meals a day is a healthy way to eat, right? Now ask yourself, is it something that you're doing now? For me, the answer was no, absolutely not. And I didn't, mainly because I was busy. But that's why this program works so well. That habit of eating 6 balanced meals a day, that's something that you do right from day one. In the first phase, you're eating every 2 to 3 hours, but you only need to practice with 1 meal. And we call this your lean and green meal. It's some lean protein and veggies. And then for the other 5 meals, we use quick, healthy grab-and-go meals that are just the right protein-carb balance for what your body needs to naturally be burning fat, to naturally get into that fat-burning spot, which is cool. Very cool place to be. And then you are learning this habit all along the way. And as we progress, you learn how to eat healthy for life, not just till you reach whatever number it is that you want to reach, or whatever pair of pants, or whatever your goal is, but you learn how to eat healthy for life. You always have access to the healthy snacks is a great tool. And you'll learn how to use groceries and eating out too. So that's kind of the program in a nutshell. Oh, Cost. Everyone's usually when I open up for questions, everyone's first question is, well, how much does this cost? And I love answering this question. It's a great question, and it's great because it's really a neat system. So everything that Carmen does, all of her coaching, all the support, the Facebook support group that she'll put you in, the program is free. You only pay for your food and your books, your education materials. So you'll need your education materials, and then after that is just your food. Each meal is a little over $2, so it's about $12 a day for those 5 meals. So it's kind of like switching your groceries to food that will actually help you get to your goals, and that's it. So that money that you would be spending on unhealthy food that's keeping you away from your goal, that's letting you gain weight, that money that you're spending on that food, you just switch it to food that's going to get you to your goal, going to get you healthy habits. So for people's first order, because you have the books with it, it's around $380, and that's it. Does anybody on here have any questions? Bev, I know you got to have a question.
I'm speechless. Carmen looks good, I have to say that.
Yes, it does.
Thank you.
I haven't seen you in 7 years.
I know, it's been a while. Bev, I know, there's quite a few different plans that we customize to different people with different circumstances in life. There's all kinds of things that we have, from diabetes programs, seniors, teens, you name it. So, I know, Bev, you've got some concerns about that, and we can definitely customize it. Rich, my husband, is a type 2 diabetic who refused to take his medication, was basically in denial about the fact that he had type 2 diabetes for a couple of years. So it's been, in the 2 weeks that he's been on, he's dropped his blood sugar from 299 exactly, down to 125. And he's on his way down even further. And so it's amazing what it's doing for him.
Yeah, that takes me about 2 insulin shots to get down that low.
Yeah, and he's not doing metformin or insulin or anything. So, that's something you and I can talk about offline. I don't want to get into your personal business on the Zoom call, but, I know we had talked about that as a concern.
Right.
Great.
I have a question.
Hey, Sonia, what's up?
Hey, so are you on the foods for the rest of your life is my one question. And then my second question would be, what role does exercise play in the plan?
Great questions. No, you don't have to be on the food for the rest of your life. It is available if you need it. What's fantastic is the way that this program works is you are eating 5, what I call fuelings. So you're eating 5 protein carb balanced meals 5 times a day, and then you practice with your 1 lean and green. And then once you've hit your goal weight, where you want to be health-wise, then you start transitioning. So eventually you will get to the point where you're going to have 3, what I call lean and greens per day, and then 3 fuelings per day. And you can either do your fuelings with regular grocery store food, or you can use the products which are available to you at any time. And I know people who've maintained, 100-pound weight losses who do it both ways. So it's really a preference. It's up to you whichever way you want to do it. And then your other question about exercise, excellent question, because Dr. A really understands someone who has health issues, who's overweight, and you can't just jump into a health program. You can't just go to the gym and make it all better. For someone who's unhealthy and overweight, it makes it worse. So he has broken down the exercise program into 2 sections. One's called NEAT and the other one's EAT. And so as you're on your journey, you learn how to become more active in accordance to what your body can do. I'm the perfect example. I have not started officially working out yet. I've just increased my daily activity. So I've lost 36 pounds without stepping into a gym, without, doing something that my body is not ready for. Eventually I will be, working out a little bit more, but you don't have to go buy a gym membership and then become, a meathead to get in shape. Whit, anything else to add to that?
I just, about her question about, do you have to be on these meal replacements for the rest of your life? The meals are awesome, and they're a great healthy snack. And I'm not any less busy now that I'm healthier than I was before. And they really just help, because you got to eat healthy to stay healthy. And these meals just make it so easy, because you're still going to be eating, those 6 times a day. They just really make it easy to help me stay healthy.
Definitely. Anything else?
All right. Well, I just want to say thank you, Carmen. I'll let Carmen close it up, but she did great, and she is very determined to help people get healthy. And it's awesome to see her energy and to see her desire to help people get healthy. It's cool.
Well, thank you, Whitney. You're an awesome coach to me and inspiration. And for everybody that's on the call, thank you so much for taking time out of your evening tonight. And if you're listening to this on playback, thanks so much for taking time. I would love to talk to each of you individually, learn more about your goals. So you can reach me on Facebook, send me an email. My cell phone, if you don't have it, is 443-995-4789, and I'll try and follow up with everybody that liked the Facebook message and get in touch with you. So thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, everybody. Have a wonderful night. Let's go get America healthy.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.